Hey there, Cancer. I hope you guys are doing great. I apologize for being late with everything. I had a family emergency and needed to go tend to that across the country. So we did that. And yeah, and now I'm here to help in whatever these readings can be, and I hope they are helpful. So this is for the month of July 2024. These are just energies being presented throughout the month, okay? So general reading may or may not apply to every single Cancerian person. Feel free to check your other placements. Messages may be there. I'm also considering this supported energy from the universe, these cards up top, and then we have the tarot. Okay, so getting into this, you are what you think. Almost there, and unconscious beliefs. Be aware of what you are telling yourself. This is all connected here with the 10 of Flames. This is the 10 of Wands in this deck, okay? The 10 of Wands indicates a situation where we are very tired of the experiences that we've been dealing with. We're exhausted by them, but we continue to have just a little bit more fortitude to get through a situation. It's dealing with situations that are burdensome, but in the end can provide opportunity for change, for growth, for intention, okay? And in this particular card, yes, they're in the form of the torch, and they've got them in their back here, but they're not falling down. This person is coming up the stairs. It's very darkly lit, but they're going towards that sun energy. So there is positivity at the end of this tunnel. There's change that's happening, but it's a slow process to get there. Continue, 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 okay? And be mindful of what you're telling yourself, especially in regard to how you get there. You can't make it happen overnight. You can't make it happen in the next 5 minutes. It's a process. Step by step, by step by step, you'll eventually get to that sunshine region, that energy where there is light, clarity, understanding. So your tarot, the supporting energy for you is interesting. Now, this is a 7 of Swords here. This is the energy that's being embodied throughout this month. If very much like you are what you think, unconscious beliefs, beware of what you're telling yourself. This is not great. The 7 of Swords, I'm not gonna lie, it's not great. It's where we pull ourselves, it's how we tear ourselves down. It's how we lie to ourselves. It's the limitations in how we approach life and giving all power to those limitations. This is self-sabotatory acts, like, doing things that actively go against our health, our better judgment, our intentions. It's being our own worst enemy is this card. And so be mindful of what you're thinking. Be mindful of the unconscious beliefs that you're telling yourself, because this is where it's showing up here. And it's not a healthy place to be in, okay? This is an inner world, inner struggle. But I feel you've been here plenty of times, and so it's an upward trajectory, almost there. It just takes some time to get used to, especially if we've been in this type of mindset, all right? You don't want to remain there. You are what you think. Unconscious beliefs. Be aware of what you are telling yourself. You're almost there. Okay? Moving out of that situation. Could also be moving away from a situation that's been highly toxic, problematic, dealing with people who have been unsupportive, who go against you, who don't have you in best regard. They don't consider you very much at all. So just be mindful of that, because it feels like you're on a transitional period in your life here, and it's asking for you to surrender to receive the growth, the change, I keep hearing hollowness, and so sometimes when we act out of this way, like it's acting out of hollowness. I'm getting like a message here right now. Hang on. So when we aren't fulfilled within ourselves, when we aren't we aren't loving towards ourselves, where we don't trust ourselves. It's almost as if like we're reactionary, and so it's like we're acting out of that reactionary to fill a void. Thank you, the hollowness, to fill a void. This is that self-sabotatory energy where we do what we can at any cost to get the need met, but it's not helpful in the long run. It hurts more than it does help. All right, I'm gonna let that go. So moving here, as far as like communications, your community, this type of energy, you have the Ace of Pentacles, which is great because this talks about establishing new foundations. This is all about new foundational goals, experiences, situations, new apartments, new homes, new, okay? The Ace of Pentacles is an action-oriented energy, though. All of the aces are, whether they're earth or water, fire, whatever. They're all action-oriented because when they show up, it says, okay, you have the opportunity to take it in this direction or to take it in any direction which you choose. How are you going to do that? In which way are you maneuvering these opportunities? Is it through deceptive means? Is it through self-sabotatory means? Like, how are you operating here? Which I guess is a question, because if you're creating new opportunities in your life right now, you want them to come from an honest place. You want them to come from a stabilized place. You know, you don't want to do it when you're hollow. Okay, so communications right now, though, in this month here, Cancer, it's asking for you to be present for the things that are in the moment now, the things that build foundation, that build stability. You know, there's opportunities here that are for you, and they lead to a lot. It's just the first steps, okay? When it comes to your health, you have the Queen, you have the Knight of Swords, and you have the Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Here you have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy here, Cancer, with the Knight of Swords. But for them to come out together, she is the stronger of the two. This is somebody that advocates for your health. This is somebody that is supportive of your health. This is also here in regard to the Seven of Swords. This is being very, very clear in how we allow ourselves to get worked up and go haywire and start to self-destruct. And so the Queen of Cups being present here is an energy of nurturing. It's an energy of slowing things down. It's an energy of being observed and to be put in a place of peaceful energy. It's to cause peace, to inflict peace is what I'm hearing, which is very interesting. So in the health energy, maybe we need to calm our mind. Maybe we need to calm our actions or think things through, especially if we're dealing with certain health situations. Because this is almost like quieting the mind here with this Queen of Cups energy. It's even if this is not a person in your life, this can also talk about a therapist as well, I will say, with this Knight of Swords. But even just in general, the Queen of Cups can also be considered a therapist. So maybe some of you are seeking therapy for situations that have been a long time standing. Maybe it's the way that we look at ourselves, you know, how we go about life, thinking what we do about ourselves. You know, a lot of us have a lot of held beliefs that really cause us a whole world of hurting. Like, be mindful about how you apply these old thought patterns to your life. Either way, though, there's support here for you in your health energy, mental health, physical health, advocacy, that type of situation, okay? When it comes to your finances, you have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Cups. This energy is one, it's going to say, slow down a little bit. You know, things are moving along in the pattern, in the way that they need to. Just slow your roll, slow down. And you will have support from others. Okay, some of you, this is situations like maybe, this is not a bad energy. This is feeling quite happy about your job situation. It's feeling supported. It's feeling like you're part of the family. And as much as I can't stand jobs that are like, we're just like family, because when they say that, like, my initial feeling is run, because families are fucking toxic, usually. But here, you feel supported. Here, you feel like you have teamwork and camaraderie where you can actually be effective to get your needs met, to get your projects met, to deal with situations, especially if you have projects or endeavors that are arduous. You're almost there. You're almost there. Use the support that you have at work. You're almost there. This can also talk about you potentially taking somebody else under your wing at work. So maybe you become the person that is teaching a person, showing them the ropes. You provide them some sort of support before they're, thrown out into the real world with it, so before they're given license to do it on their own. You're the one that kind of like briefs them. You're the one that trains them. You're the one that is of support in that regard, okay? And then in your relationship energies, this can be love, relationships, family. It's any type of relationship that this energy applies to, okay? So you have the Queen of Pentacles. This is a beautiful energy. This is a nurturing energy. This is a female energy that comes into your life at the right time. It's if we're talking, and just because it's female does not mean that this is just a female. Like, female energy is receptive. So whether this is a man or not, this is an energy of somebody who is receptive. They see you for where you're at and they act accordingly to help the situation be present in your life, to flourish, to grow. The Queen of Pentacles is all about growth, financial growth, health growth. They want to stabilize things. They want to make sure that everything in your life is comfortable, but also functional and practical. They're very, very like her channel name was Your Angelic Karma. I remember watching her years ago, but she would say they're the CEO. The Queen of Pentacles is the CEO. They're the business owner. They're the mother. They wipe the noses. They wipe the butts. They do all of these. They fulfill all of these different roles. And so you may be connecting with a person who has a lot on their plate, but you also are of priority being on their plate. They show up for you as much as they show up for the rest of the situations in their life. They're here to help stabilize situations. So if you're dealing with a partnership that you're already in, Cancer, you may be dealing with somebody who's picking up some slack, who's taking on a few extra, requirements or situations in your life to help you free up some time, to help your health. Here, you also have a queen here as well, the Queen of Cups with the Ace or the Knight of Swords in your health energy. So this can be somebody who advocates for your health. So this can be somebody who is present for this. So this is somebody who's, supportive of you going to therapy, whatever it may be. There's some sort of element here where it's like this person shows up at the right time and they're very, very present here for the health of your connection. If you're completely single, this also can talk about meeting somebody who is very warm, very nurturing, very intentional with how they show up. And they build things slowly, but also with intention for the long haul. That's very nice energy. But to meet this type of person, we don't need to be in the Seven of Swords energy. And this is kind of a worrisome energy here, Cancer, because it's telling me the way that we think, the way that we operate, there's some sort of deceptive energy to it, or some sort of energy that can cause situations to be problematic because they're not being addressed. If this is how you're thinking about yourself or treating yourself with that Seven of Swords, it's tearing yourself down. It's not trusting opportunities, or it's taking the easy way out. You have this pentacle here. You've got this this is the pentacle that she holds. This is what she holds. And so there's opportunities here, but go about creating them in the best possible way. We don't want to do it. I'm going to pull one more, just to give advice for that Seven of Swords. Okay, so you have the Two of Cups here. It's in reverse. The Two of Cups is being out of harmony, especially with ourselves. If this is your own energy, it's being out of harmony with ourselves. It's not trusting ourselves. It's also being reactionary to connections. Sometimes when we have opportunities that present themselves in our lives, like not even intentionally, sometimes we like subconsciously will start throwing up roadblocks so things can fall apart. And then it's like that self realized prophecy, like, see, I told you it wouldn't work. See, I told you this is this and this is problematic, but you're the one throwing all the problems. You're the one creating the problems, but it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't shut down on your communication. Don't make people have to guess and play mind reader for you. It's not going to help you. If anything, take the time you need to piece yourself together, you know, look at everything from all angles and be mindful of how you are honest with how you show up in situations. Just because if you have somebody that's very honest and intentional here with you, like if you're already out of balance with yourself, it's going to translate here. So be mindful about how you calm that mind down, how you go about creating an opportunity, and know that this person is very supportive of you no matter what. So just treat it right, okay? All right, this is what I have for you, Cancer. I hope that this situation or this reading is helpful for you, and I will talk to you later. Take care. Bye-bye.